we've grown together as a team. Gemma, you know, you work for me, like doing your days, but you've got your own business and you do what you do.
And I've modelled all of that on you. Everything I've learned has been, from you.
We all support each other.
Yeah, we
we've
do,
all grown together. And it isn't just about making money for HB, it's about making money for all of us so that we can all grow together. And that's basically what my coaching and mentorship course is really about. So guys, we are back, and this time I brought my HB girls with me, and we are going to talk about how we met and how I've made these into successful business women.
Hey everyone. Hello.
So this is Ricky and Gemma, my two little faves, and HB would not be HB without these two special ladies. Icons. Oh, is that what you want to call yourselves now?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, icons, yeah. So, how did we meet? Who wants to start?
I've put up with the longest, so.
Put up with me the longest? Are you mad? I put up with you most days, driving me mental.
You keep looking at me to reinforce you, but does the boss
Because you see it.
Excuse me. We've all been slagging each other off behind each other's backs, and have we?
That's right.
Yeah, well, the funniest thing is, right, obviously, when me and you first met, you just used to give me daggers and evil looks, really.
Still do now.
Yeah,
Every
true.
day you get at least one.
She definitely has resting bitch face. Do you agree?
Yes. Yeah, Rick does, yeah.
But when we first met, how many years ago? Like, what, 25, 22 years ago?
She yapped at me one day.
I never
Yeah,
yapped at you. You used to give me dirty, evil looks. And I used to think, who even is this girl? She's like 10 foot tall and I'm 3 foot
I
tall.
weren't 10 foot then. I
All right.
spurted at about 21.
All right, well, I was only still about 3 foot tall,
You
about
were
the height I am now.
12.
It's like with my dad, my little bike, and he'd never buy me a new bike. He'd just raise my seat up. And the other day when I was in London, the funniest thing, there was this little old man, bless his little soul. He had a little bike and he had his seat raised up to him. And I thought, oh, bless him, his mum and dad never got him a new bike like mine.
Oh, bless him.
But yeah, so that's how me and Ricky met. And then we just started randomly talking one day, didn't we? And then it just went
Never
from
left
there.
each other's
Never left each
side.
other's side. And we're literally like sisters. She runs my whole life for me, really. There's nothing she don't know. Sometimes it's actually quite scary.
I
But
could
anyway,
fraud your life.
yeah, you actually probably could. And then
I think you
We
could,
brought-
but
Clever.
I think you could.
we brought Gemma into the mix. How did we meet Gemma?
Yeah. Well, we met through another friend that we both had.
Yeah, so we met
And
years
then-
ago. Yeah, didn't we? Like years and years ago. That picture of us three on that night out.
Long time. I didn't even have Alfie when we met.
No, you
I
wasn't.
didn't
No.
have him, No.
No, now we're all mums. I was a mum then. You was a mum then.
Yeah, I was with Kobe.
Yeah, we still never established what happened to the white dress.
No.
The
That
night of
def-
the white dress when me and Gemma first met.
Yeah,
still
Rick's
never got
dress.
to the
I love that
understanding
dress.
of that dress.
Did
you
you
left.
have it on when you got home?
Yeah, she had it.
I
Of
stayed
course
at
she had it.
Haley's.
Yeah, she had it on when
And
she
I
come
got
home. She
home
put her
and it was
PJs on.
Gone.
Then in the morning, she got up and
Where's my dress?
I reckon she went outside. You know what she's like, Dipsiana over here.
Yeah.
I reckon she slapped it on the top of her roof
Drove
and
off.
drove off.
Yeah.
And then someone's whipped that dress up as
Used it
nice
to
as she
flag.
reckons it was. And they've,
No, I do remember it was a nice dress.
It
It was
was
white and it was very fitted, weren't it?
yeah. Well, do you
That
know
was
what? We'll have a picture. We've got a picture of us three of that night. So we'll see that white dress,
Yeah.
the long lost white dress. And all we heard about, I remember getting home that night and Gemma had gone home. And Ricky went to me, I'm not being funny. She went, but all your fucking mate went on about all night is courgette spaghetti. She went, I don't even know what a courgette is.
And Ricky still goes on
Every
about that to
sentence
this day.
Still goes on about
Every
courgette.
sentence
I'm going to
was
start
courgette
eating it
spaghetti.
again.
No,
I'm
Can you
gonna.
still buy it?
so at Tesco.
Oh, I cried one day, yeah, because my mum ate my courgette. I'm not even joking. And I cried because I went to Tesco's, I was absolutely starving, and they didn't have any either.
She'd only eat it in spaghetti form.
But you know what though? I reckon it'd be quite easy to make.
You can buy spiralizers. Not that I ever did that. I just
Right,
thought
let's
everybody
cut this
did.
now because we're talking about courgette
Courgette
spaghetti.
spaghetti.
We had too many conversations about this.
Yeah.
So I think we should talk about HB and how we've all grown together. So obviously everybody knows from my first podcast how I started out. So I think that we should talk about how we've all grown together in the business and what we all do and how you two have become successful and what you did before we all started to come together and performed HB.
We was at HB first.
Yeah. So I was doing nails, weren't I?
Yeah.
And then lockdown hit.
Mm.
And then once lockdown come about, you said, I need some more help.
Yeah.
I went, no, I'm not helping you. Round. Should have went round. We will, but all right, I'll help.
Yeah, and I said to her, look, like, it's not a hard job. Like, all I want you to do is like do a bit of admin for me, bit of content, whatever. But the problem with Ricky is she wasn't confident. But the problem with Ricky is she wasn't confident. But she's so good at like content creation. She's artistic. She's so good, but she just couldn't see it in herself. And I was like, Rick, like, just work for me. Like, because I'm only going to give this money to somebody else. So if you don't want it, then don't do it. She was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm just going to apply like for a normal job. Like, I don't know, you'd been looking at, where was you looking at applying jobs? Just normal jobs, weren't you? Like, just going, working like, well, not that it matters wherever you work really, but you was just looking at normal jobs, weren't you? To just carry on to do what you were doing because you were a single mum, wasn't you, at the time? And I was like, Rick, just come and work for me and like we'll do like whatever we will do. And she was adamant that she wasn't, and then she did. And you started off, didn't you, doing admin? And then one day I said to you, didn't I, Rick, how do you feel about doing eyebrows, like microblading?
No again.
Yeah, she said no again. And I was like,
Can't do that.
I was like, what do you mean? She's like, nah, sorry, I'm just not doing it. And I was like, well, I'm only going to ask someone else to do it and pay for them to do it for the business. So why don't you go and do it?
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now, how do you think that you feel that you do within your business and how you've grown? Yeah. And now you don't do one nail, do you?
Not one.
Not one. She
No,
just solely works for
don't.
HB and you're browsed by Ricky Lee, don't you? Yeah.
No, I don't do brows. I was really scared to begin with.
No, you were scared, weren't you? But
Yeah,
that's,
because I'm tattooing someone's face. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
and I feel like, do you know what? Like, I feel like with me, like, I'm not a confident person, but people look at me like you probably look at me and think, oh my God, she's the most confident person in the world. And I'm really not. Like, I'm the most unconfident person and it's all fake and put on. My saying is, fake it till you make it, honey.
Yeah.
And obviously that's what I've implemented with you two, haven't I? Like,
Oh yeah, definitely.
you were
I've
so
learned
insecure and like
Yeah.
not confident. And I always said to you, like, it doesn't matter what's the worst that can happen. Something goes wrong, we'll fix it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, and that's how we've grown together as a team.
Yeah, definitely.
Even Gemma, like, you know, you work for me, like doing your days, but you've got your own business and you
Yeah.
do what you do.
Yeah. And I've modelled all of that on you. Everything I've learned has been, from you, from everything
Yeah, like
you've
running
taught
our
me.
businesses and
Yeah.
doing what we're doing. Like, we all support each other.
Yeah,
like,
we
we've
do,
all
yeah.
grown together.
Yeah.
And it isn't just about making money for HB, like, it's about making money for all of us so that we can all grow together.
Yeah.
And that's basically what my coaching and mentorship course is really about, really.
Yeah.
And even though we're friends, I might get angry at times and whatever, but it's all for our benefit. And I think you can tell me the truth. I think that I'm quite a fair boss and I
You
help
are. No,
everybody.
definitely.
Yeah, you help people too much. I'm always telling her off. Aren't I?
Yeah.
Rick does.
But for
I do.
me, I
You
think
do.
because of my background and everything that I've done and what I'm an advocate for, I want to help people. Like,
Yeah.
in this time, day and age, like when we were younger, there was youth centres. So like we could go there and be little shits if we wanted to be, or you'd have somebody there, like, you know. We don't, there's nothing there for these young people no more. Like when we was younger, there was Connections. Was it Connections?
It
So
was
you'd go to
Connections. It was
Connections.
I remember Connections.
Connections. So you'd go to Connections and like
You didn't go.
they,
a bit sheltered.
Yeah, that's what I
Rick is an only child.
Yeah.
Parkside.
All right, Parkside.
You came to Parkside.
Yeah, but you know, like I used to go to youth centres like up my dad's end, like down South London way. So it was a lot different, Rick. You were very sheltered. But yeah, so I feel like I want to be an advocate for people because I hate it. Like the other day, for instance, that I went and seen a friend that I've known for years because I had to go away for business, and I met up with her, and her young daughters were there, and one of them's a young mum like I was, and it's so sad because she was like, "No, I've got a kid now. Like I can't do nothing with my life," and it was like, "What do you mean?" Like.
Yeah.
It's sad because it doesn't matter if you're a mum, you ain't got no money. Like, there's something out there for everybody to do, and that's the truth. Like, you can be what you want to be. Like, look at the girls that we have on our courses.
Yeah.
Like, and they'll say to us, wouldn't they? Like, oh, I'm never. It's about confidence and building and knowing who you know and what you're doing. And with me, I feel like I'm influential. Like, I'll give away whatever I can to somebody to help them. It isn't just about money for that for me. Like,
We
with
would
you
always
two-
support
yeah,
everyone.
always.
yeah, and
around us.
you two moan at me because you're like, Hayley, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that for? And I'm like, because I want to help people. And you're like, you're not a charity case. I'm like, I
Yeah.
know I'm not a charity case, but I want to help people. So, and that is why I do what I do.
Yeah.
And, I'm not saying you two are charity cases, but but we're all part of HB and we've all helped each other and we've formed like our little whatever we've got
Yeah.
and we all help each other and yeah.
We do, yeah, we do. We support each other and we support everybody else as well.
Yeah, and we do. Like,
Yeah.
whether you're medic, non-medic, all this shit and crap that's going on in the industry at the moment. Like, I mean, what are they saying now about doctors just doing it? Come on. You've let every man and his dog do it. Like,
Yeah.
like, there's no regulations. Like, as far as regulations stand, like, we could get a chair outside of here right now and we could just sit out in the street injecting people because there's no regulations. Like, and I just don't, it's
I
just
think that's
crazy.
what makes it scary for some people getting into our industry as well is the lack of regulations and then the talk of all the regulations and
Exactly. Because obviously, for me, like I've been in the aesthetics and beauty industry for over 20 years. I trained to be a nurse over 10 years ago, but I'd done beauty when I was 16. I'm 37 now. Like times have changed, you know what I mean? And when you look at these treatments, like I do believe that, there should be oversight and you should not be allowed to go and do a training course and then 3 to 6 months later be teaching people. Like, what experience have you got to offer people? What value are you adding to the industry? For us, it's about safety. What do you think, Jem?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Our number one at our training academy is safety, teaching everyone how to
100%,
be
yeah.
safe, and also ongoing support. We don't just leave our students. Again,
Yeah.
we continue that help and continue to help them grow their businesses. Continue.
I mean, the
to-
amount of times that we've been in clinic and we've had such a busy day and then someone just fires through the door and they're like, oh my God, I
Yeah.
need some help. And we're like, all right, like, just give us a minute.
Or the
But we-
2 a.m. messages.
Yes.
Yeah,
We always respond.
yeah, always.
24/7 on that phone. To be fair,
Exactly, because we've had people before, they come into us and, they'll say like, oh, I've done this training and I keep trying to get hold of my trainer and she's not getting back to me and she keeps telling me this, but I've done this. And it's not about that. Like, if you want to be an absolute boss bitch and start off in the industry and build your own business, you've got to make sure that whoever's teaching you and coaching you is going to offer you that support. And I feel like I give that to you too.
yeah,
and
definitely.
all of our students that we have, like, it's ongoing support, like with our group, like with our Zooms, everything that we do. Like, they don't just come on a one-day course. Like, we do case studies. Like, I coach them, I mentor them.
Yeah.
Like, I help them set up their businesses, like with you guys. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So-
feel like you're all about empowering women. I mean,
Yeah.
we empower men as well if they want to be empowered.
yeah, of course.
But it's all about,
Yeah, because
women.
for me, I hate like my last podcast. Like, I came from nothing, like literally nothing, and no one gave me anything. But out there's so much support and things that you can get. Like, you can go to college if at 16. Like, no matter if you've got no qualifications, go and get your qualifications at 16. Go and do what you're doing. Like, because it's so silly that if you don't, because there's all that help out there, and people don't realise that.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think sometimes it takes for other people to tell you these things, and like you're
Exactly,
out
yeah.
there doing that, like telling people. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's been it for me with Hey. Actually, I see you and how you are, and I think I can do it. Like,
Yeah, like you
make
used to
me
never
feel
used to
like
have
I can-
any confidence. Like, remember
No,
when I said to
zero.
you, like, when I was like, right, girls, you're going to have to get on the Instagram, Juva. And you were like,
Oh, no way.
and Ricky would say to me, hey, no, I ain't done my hair today, it's greasy. Or you'd say, oh, no. And I'd be like, listen, girls, I don't like going on that Instagram, but we've got to do it. It is our bread and butter, isn't it? Like, I built my business through social media, like we all did. And now look, like we go on there and we quite frankly don't give a shit what we say on there, really, do we?
No more.
No, we don't.
Me and Rick regularly make ourselves look like right TikTok.
We love a TikTok.
with our TikToks and that. But, you know, it is about being confident because, you know, like I hate when you see out there, like, where you'll see these people trying to sell courses to other girls and they're like, this, and whatever. And you're not selling them confidence. These girls need confidence because we know, right? You get that needle in your hand. And even me, like I'm a nurse. And when I first started and I got that needle in my hand and my first client was you and Ricky, and like you thought I was confident. Oh my God, no way was I. I was actually, I was literally standing there thinking, oh shit, is this going to go all right or not? But it's all about showing confidence. And I feel like I hide mine very well because I'm really not confident at all. And you know me better than anyone now because I'll ask you for backup and say like, but it is about confidence and building it. And you two had none. And I mean, her now, wow, she is.
She's like a new.
She's like,
It's not even
wow.
Ricky anymore.
She's not even Ricky.
No.
Sometimes I'm like this behind her
Yeah, I know.
because she's too much and she don't shut her mouth. And I'm like,
Rein her back in a little bit.
yeah, we have to rein her in. I swear before, like she'd let everybody and everyone walk all over her and just say whatever. I swear now.
And then she's like, you need to stop doing that, blah, blah, blah. And now when I bite back, she goes, who are you talking to? I say, you. What are you telling me to do?
Yeah, no, we do. Like, because obviously when we first started out, like, you know, people would say to me, Hayley, your friends, like, this ain't going to work out, whatever. And I'd be like, no, it will, because these girls lack confidence.
You two ain't going to be able to work together.
And like, me and Rick did actually used to have arguments, and she would take it personal. And I'd say to her, listen, business is business and friendship is friendship.
But what did we used to do?
So we
Get the work phone, have a bicker, sit that down, get the other phone and go, all right.
And then we'd be talking normal because that's how it should be.
We still do that now.
Yeah, like we'll have a row on the work phone about work, but then we talk normal because that's how it should be. Yeah. And even with me and you, Jem, like it's separate. Do you know what I mean?
But equally, I think it works so well because we are all friends and we
support each other.
Yeah, each other work.
Yeah, and we support each other. And we've got our little Luce.
Yeah.
A shame Luce is not here today, actually, because obviously Luce I've known since I went to college with Luce before I did my nursing. So it's a shame that she's not here, really.
Yeah, we love
But, you know, like, even I'm sure Lucy would sit here now and say that I've helped her with her confidence and her aesthetics, because obviously Lucy went and trained, not with me, because I wasn't training at the time, but Lucy trained years ago. And I'm sure Lucy won't mind me saying this on the podcast, but when she went to train, she got there and they told her that she had no models.
Yeah.
Like,
sent her home, didn't they?
Sent her home. Like, it's just so bad in the industry, really. With
but that's when I say to you as well, you always panic about your course. Oh, am I doing this right? Have I got this? We've all been on courses that are shocking.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so have I. Like, I've been on courses with medics before and I'm like...
And so I always say, hey, like, your courses, when you compare them to other people's...
Yeah,
don't know what you're worried about.
Yeah, no, you put so
people are
much
going to think that we're trying to sell courses.
Yeah, we're not actually.
No, we're not actually trying to do that. We're just trying to get people to know us. But I do feel that we all go above and beyond.
Oh,
for everybody.
Yeah, 100%.
And our course isn't just your course that you're coming on. Like that they can come in whenever they want, and if they need help with anything. Obviously, I've coached and mentored you to be the absolute boss bitches that you are now, and you're both successful in your own businesses that you run.
Yeah.
And obviously I know you work for HB, but you run your own brow business, you've got your own aesthetics that you do, you know, and we've all grown together. Like, look where we started. I started off in my mum's living room, and then now we've got 2 clinics. We've now grown and we've moved out to branching out into Marbella, clinics there. I'm just about to start a master's degree there. Scary times. You two are probably thinking, oh my God, Hayley, what are you doing?
She loves throwing things in the bowl.
Yeah, but, you know, it all works. And, you know, I helped grow the business, and we are where we are now because of what I've done.
Well, exactly that.
I mean, we're struggling at the moment, aren't we? Because people think that I've left them, but you know what they need to understand is whoever I've got doing treatments within our business and training, I would never have anybody in the business unless they were like me and worked just like me. So rest assured, guys, from this podcast, if you're listening, if you ain't getting treated by me and you're getting treated by one of my girls, you are absolutely in safe hands, like literally safe hands.
Gemma does really good ASMR.
I do
What does
really
that
good
mean?
ASMR.
Why don't you do
You know, like all the
Come on, I want to know.
you know, like all the
Do you want me to do it?
take a deep breath.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah,
you don't.
nice
I
deep
do.
breath.
You
don't,
Nice
'cause you
deep
yap a
breath
lot, but
in
she does
through
the
the
ASMR.
nose and out through
Yeah,
the
no,
mouth.
Gemma does it to me, and I'm like, yeah, no, Gemma,
Scratch.
yeah, Gemma does that to me actually,
Yeah.
and I'm like, Gemma, it's me. I'm still gonna scream anyway, no
Yeah,
matter what
yeah.
I do.
I just
Actually, yeah, because
Because Gemma's very calming.
yeah,
yeah.
everybody says
everyone
that.
says that.
Do you know what the funniest thing is? Like, we had somebody book actually last night on a message, and she wrote, "Can I put in a request, please? I only want Gemma." So it just goes to show,
Yeah.
like, how we've grown. Because
2
obviously,
years ago, they go, I don't want to see Gemma. I
Oh,
want to see
yeah,
Hayley."
like, what
And
about
it's
that time when
horrible.
I
Yeah.
couldn't come into clinic? And at the end of the day, why should we have to tell people that it's not me? Because we all work the same. And you're coming to HB,
Yeah.
and we never told. Why should we tell the clients that it's not me? And it was Gemma, and then people come in and they made you feel like shit.
Yeah, they did.
They were like,
Well, I'd be like,
out.
I haven't taken offence.
Yeah, like, even though like you didn't take offence, but it's
No.
still rude. Like,
is
how
rude.
dare you come into this clinic and
Yeah.
go, oh, it's not Hayley, and walk out?
Yeah.
Like, I would never employ or have anybody injecting anybody's faces in my clinic
No.
if I thought they couldn't perform how I did.
No,
So
exactly.
realistically, it doesn't matter if you see me, you, Leanne, Lucy, whoever we've got employed, we all work the same, because I wouldn't just have any old random person in to make money, and that is the truth of it.
No, we're actually very, very picky.
Very
With our
picky.
staff.
Yeah,
We're
well,
really, really
you know, like within the industry, like I've been in it a long time, and I would deem myself an expert in the industry. So to keep that going, we don't want anybody in to throw our name down. Do you know
No.
what I mean? Like, you know, we've all worked so hard to get where we are now. Like, really hard. Like, I've worked my absolute arse off. Like, I've been to uni, I've got a degree, I've got a master's degree, I'm about to do another master's degree. You two have worked your asses off. Like, Ricky's designed her own eyebrow course. Like, Gemma now not only does treatment, she teaches, and she's absolutely amazing in what she does. Like, and now I've moved on to mentorship and coaching people. So it's like the hierarchy of how we're moving up into the chain and what we're doing. But we do still have that problem, don't we, with people, no, I only want to see Hayley, which is fair enough. Like, I've got VIP days, but, you know, people need to understand that we all work the same, don't we, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I would be worried if you booked him in with me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
bit worried.
Ricky only does B12s and eyebrows, don't you? Not only, but
Oh, skincare.
yeah, and skincare. So Ricky does all the skincare. You teach the pathway, actually. So
Yeah, you do.
Ricky, before I got her to do all of this, she wouldn't even do anything. And now she teaches the whole pathway, don't you? Like microneedling, dermaplaning, same as Gemma. Like Gemma teaches lips, nasos, Botox. You do it all. Like, as where before, like you'd be like, hey,
Oh my
absolutely no
God,
way.
yeah,
I'm not
no.
talking to no one.
Well, to be fair, that's how I come to work for you, wasn't it? Was that I didn't say no to you that day, and I ended up coming along and putting myself in a position that I really didn't want to be in. And
Like
I
Gemma's
just got
first shift,
through.
I literally threw you in the
my
deep
God,
end.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
Oh
But
my
do you know
God.
what? Like when I first started working for Becky, who I worked for, my first job in aesthetics, she did the same to me. Like I literally came into that clinic and I had like 20 people booked
Yeah.
in, and I was like, all right, Beck, yeah, let's give this a go. Let's go. But now it's the best thing that she ever did, because it made me so confident.
same.
And everything that I've done now and moved into, I learned from her in the industry, Becky,
Yeah.
in the industry. So, and I don't know if you guys feel like now, you know, all what we do together, we pass that on and we've all built our confidence together.
Definitely, yeah. Well, you've grown our confidence is what really happened.
Yeah, because I just don't let anyone get away with
No,
nothing.
we'd still probably be all like,
Yeah, but I think it's the best way. You've just
It
got to
is
be thrown in.
definitely.
And even now, like you'll say to me, won't you? Oh, hey, I think we should just do this, like, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, Jem,
Yeah.
okay, all right, let's go with it. As where before, like when we first started, we was all a little bit,
Second guessing ourselves. We don't do
yeah,
that
and like we
anymore.
wasn't, even I wasn't confident, and I was just faking. I'm still not confident now, really. Well, I am in my treatments and teaching, but you know, like when I'm on my
You worry
stories,
too much what people think.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've always said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
which
like
I don't know.
that.
I've always been like that, though.
Yeah,
I
I'm like that.
overthink
I
and
think if
worry,
you're that sort of person, you can't not be that sort of person.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
like an
always gonna be there.
overthinker, and I
Yeah.
worry
Yeah.
about. But then actually saying that, like since obviously now I'm with my husband, my new husband or whatever, like he built my confidence up. So I think now, like I'm a bit more in a position where I feel like I don't really like. I'll be more confident as where I'll say, actually, no, I'll stand up for what I know is right, and. Yeah, and I know no used to do as well, especially like,
Oh,
Jesus.
definitely you.
Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, Ricky, oh, what are you saying? But she's right in what she's saying,
Yeah.
but she never used to.
We're a little bit softer than Rick, I think. That's
No, we are a little
we're
bit softer
definitely
than her
softer
now. She's turned into like this hardcore, like brute of a woman, isn't she?
Yeah, you're like the matron of HB.
Like she, yeah. No, she is. I'll come in, she starts telling me off. And there'll be clients in the clinic and they'll say something to me and I'm like, oh, you better ask her. And I'm like, yeah, it's my clinic. But anyway, just ask her.
Yeah, because like I say, she's sometimes too soft.
Yeah, but I just think that's just how it works out, really, doesn't it?
Personality.
But
Like your
yeah.
new personality is the opposite of that.
Yeah, I changed overnight. What's that thing you used to watch when you were little? Was it Harriet?
Harriet
What was that
Hyde.
like? That was like me. Turned into her one night.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Who?
We've got Hyde now, or we've got Jekyll. Which way is it? Harriet Hyde. Yeah.
Jekyll and Hyde. You know my Hyde.
Or Jekyll.
Some
I
days
don't
I'm
know.
Harriet. Now I'm more Hyde.
Yeah. But it's just crazy though, isn't it? How we've come from what we did, like as a group of friends. I then went to uni, did my nursing, decided I was going to do aesthetics. And then now we're in that, like this little, because it's not just us, is there? We've got Luce that's not here today, like Julie, everybody else that's part of our team. But obviously we were like the three amigos really, weren't we?
Yeah.
So
And now
that's
it's
why we
just-
felt like we needed to do this podcast today.
Yeah, it's just grown and grown, and it's going to
Yeah.
continue to grow and grow.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. We're going to be old ladies doing podcasts about.
Yeah, literally. You can imagine us.
Fair.
We'll look like Sylvester Stallone's.
Oh,
mum,
yeah,
won't
1
we?
million
We won't be
percent, yeah.
moving.
We've got little
Absolutely
charts
not.
with like what dates we're going to have our like facelifts and that with time on it
Oh,
together.
yeah,
and
we'll
things,
be
yeah.
definitely
You're at
getting.
your sound.
Yeah, I know exactly what age I'm having it. Not too soon, not too late.
No.
Well, too young.
Oh, do you know
now,
what?
so-
I'm a bit scared of having facelift, to be honest. I'm still all for the non-surgical at the moment.
Yeah, because we've not reached that
Are
age
you
yet.
having a facelift?
When I get old enough, yeah, I'll have it all nipped and tucked.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'd probably have my boobs done. I really want my boobs done. At one point, I used to be well conscious about like my belly, but then I think, do you know what? Like I've had 4 kids.
Yeah,
I'm
bring your
well
babies.
skinny, and I think I can tuck. Like I'm not bothered about that.
No.
But my boobs, obviously, I would like. I've had 4 kids now. I'm not against surgery, obviously, but it is still quite scary at the same time.
I want to be awake. As long as I can have things awake.
Oh, are you for real?
Yeah.
Facelift.
What, you-
awake?
You can.
Yeah, you can have pretty
Stop.
much
You
anything
can.
awake.
Yeah, there's something to feel that way.
Don't feel that tugging.
No.
I've had a C-section like that though. I think that's what's done it for me because I was
No,
awake for
I
my
couldn't.
C-section. Since then,
I
I'm like,
couldn't.
yeah, as long as I'm awake,
I couldn't.
do whatever. I
No.
don't like the being put to sleep.
And I've touch
I've
wood.
never
I've
been
never been
put
put
to
to
sleep.
sleep.
Oh, that's what. Oh, you've never experienced it then. I hate that whole because you're not in control.
Do you know what? Actually, I remember years ago. Yeah, I remember. Do you know Guy's Hospital in London?
Yeah.
So obviously it's like a teaching hospital, right? So when I was younger, that used to be my dentist. So obviously there's like hundreds and hundreds of like dentist chairs like in the thing. And it was like when they used to gas you. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And I remember having to have teeth taken out and my mum holding me on the chair with this mask on. Like, honestly.
Oh, Shaz.
I was Shaz holding me there with the mask on. I remember waking up with no fangs.
Can we
But
get a
that
picture
is
of
how
that?
it used to be, didn't it? Like, literally.
Yeah.
Like, and now times have changed. I mean, you know, we're pretty brutal in our clinic. You get numbing cream for lips and that's that.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
literally it.
You don't need it for nothing
No, you
else.
don't need
No,
it. No. The
no,
treatments we
it's
do.
just-
Really.
They're
Like
not
when we get these
painful.
girls coming, oh, well, I have numbing cream under my eye. Well, actually, you shouldn't have it near your
No.
eye, so you shouldn't be having it there.
No.
And when you're having cheeks and things like that, it's not going to help because we're going down to bone, aren't we? So
I don't think any of the treatments we do are really painful.
No,
though,
they're
anyway.
really
not. They
not.
don't require
I think it
that.
depends on your practitioner as well.
Yeah, I think
like,
we're working away. That is.
yeah, like I've had girls come to me before, like you probably know, Jen,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "Oh my God, lips hurt so much. The girl last time I bruised so bad." And then I think because we're like, not saying, oh, we're the best in the industry, but we're obviously cautious, we're safe. And then literally they won't even flinch and they'll get off and be like, oh my God, I didn't even know that I had my lips done. And all they've had is a little bit of numbing cream on. We don't use lidocaine to,
No.
we don't do numb blocks or anything like that, do we really?
No,
well?
we don't.
Maybe on me you do, Gemma.
do one. Yeah, just
we do one and that might be me.
One very difficult client.
Because I'm the only difficult client in the clinic. I'd admit that, yeah. So whatever I have done, even if I'm having
Yeah,
a
but to be
dermaplane.
fair, I think you play up more because it's us. When I've watched you have treatments done before, you're not as bad.
Yeah.
I think
You
you're
play up.
comfortable with
Actually, yeah,
us.
that
You play
video
for
is
me.
actually on the Instagram, innit, of me having stuff done and swearing and
Like,
That was
right
funny.
up. Yeah.
yeah.
That was a good edit.
But it don't, yeah, and it doesn't actually really hurt.
No,
and
I
I
don't
think people
I
need
think
to
it's in your
understand.
head.
Yeah. People need to understand that these are an alternative to surgery.
Yeah.
And imagine how you would feel after surgery,
Oh yeah.
especially after a facelift. Oh, the thought of it just, I mean, I'm not against it. Like, I'd have everything done, like
Yeah.
surgical wise. Like, I really would. But it's just the whole initial, the wake up, the pain, the feeling, and, you know,
That's
like,
like, as long as I could have it awake, I'm fine. I just don't like the
no,
panic of
see, I
them
couldn't.
when they put you to sleep and you're laying there and then they're like, and it's I don't have control of it. I don't like that
You've got
thought.
no control when you're awake.
No, I don't. I can see what they're doing. That don't bother me.
I know.
don't
I
want
would,
that.
I would want
It's
that.
just I don't
No.
like the idea. I don't like the fact they can put me to sleep, and then I panic because it's meant
Yeah, but
to
you
be
wouldn't
relaxed.
know because you're
Well, that's-
under.
Yeah, well, no, it's just that initial before. You've never been put to sleep, but like the moments before you get put to sleep, it's coming. I don't like that. I want to be awake.
But I would. I think I'd be like, oh, it's going to have a nice little rest now.
Yeah, it depends on the surgery. I've had different surgeries for different things, and the only one I was like that for was my boobs. I was so excited. I was saying "wee" in the
Was you asleep or awake?
I was asleep.
Really?
But I was so excited and so happy for that one. Like, and then after the anaesthetic effects were still in, and I was in an elevator, and I was going like "wee." I was so happy.
Do you remember how quiet Gemma used to be? Like, literally so quiet, didn't she? She is so sweet. And you, well, actually, saying that, looking back to our younger days, you was quite brutal, really, weren't you? We can't talk about that on here, actually.
Not on air.
Not on air, we can't, actually. About what Ricky was like, we'll get arrested.
Yeah, we need freaking clinic.
No, yeah, we actually need her in clinic.
Can't afford
And
it.
you, Jem.
Yeah, we
You know,
need
because I'm a good girl, you know?
Well, let's move on.
Yeah, from that then.
Yeah, let's
That-
move. Let's
that
quickly move on from there.
We've got a very busy weekend coming up.
Yeah, we've got a very busy
got-
weekend. we know that much.
We got
tired
the
already.
I am thinking about it.
Always
So-
tired after training because
It's
even though
so-
I'm not actually, but when you're listening, honestly, I'm drained.
I don't
after
think people
training.
realise how intense it actually is.
No, it's so the
Like,
organising behind it.
Yeah,
It's
like,
actually
a lot
doing
of
it.
work.
It's like when we
just
get
like-
people coming in and think, oh, we can make loads of money for injecting people's face. Like, they don't
No,
realise like how stressful and intense it
Yeah.
actually is.
Yeah, it is.
But what have we got coming to HB Girls? We've got loads of things, haven't we? We've branched out to Marbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously we've got coaching and mentorship. We've got lots of different courses that we offer, don't we? Ricky offers their eyebrow course,
Yeah.
semi-permanent makeup.
Yeah.
Kind of get my words out, semi-permanent makeup. All our training. We offer one-to-one mentorship. I'm offering coaching. So obviously if you are new to aesthetics and you feel like you're not getting anywhere, I can help you sort of reach out, set your business up, help you with social media. And Ricky is brilliant with social media, really.
You are so good.
Ricky really is.
Yeah, she's really
All
good
of our
with that
posts,
side.
everything on our social media. Like, we've had a social media manager before, haven't we? And I would say that Ricky pretty much makes...
Yeah, but when we first started, and I look back and I used to think, that was this. And I look back now, I think, oh, shit.
But no, she really is. Like
Yeah.
everything that is on our social media. Well, actually, we've got to give Katie her due. She makes
been
some
doing
posts
so.
now.
Yeah, she does.
We've got our little old dear Katie. She works on reception, bless her, and she makes some posts now as well.
Yeah.
But everything that you see on our Instagram is made by Ricky. I mean, I might make a story.
You make the odd reel.
Yeah, but-
yeah, but they're nothing like
I was
yours.
just about to say, but you know what's not made by Ricky.
Yeah,
you know, we've like been on there. You can tell.
yeah. So, and I
No, people have said that, to be fair. They're like, I know when you're working because the stories are completely different
Yeah.
to when like someone else
yeah,
is working.
and I think that's really, really good because, like I said to you before, haven't I? Like, you know, like you built up confidence now, haven't you? Because like within the training, you teach people how to use Canva, how to make their own content, how to.
Yeah.
You know, and you're amazing at it. We don't need a social media manager because we've got you,
No,
really.
yeah, we don't. No.
We definitely don't. Yeah, and you are really good at all our posts. And without Rick, I mean, we'd be stuffed, really, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
I mean,
we're not technical. What
what
were we
would-
trying to do this morning?
well, I know. I mean, we were in a Zoom meeting this morning
Yeah.
with our students, and it cut off. And in the end, I'm having to make a group on WhatsApp to get them all in a group
Yeah,
to
I'm
finish
not-
it off because I didn't know how to do
Got
the.
done though, didn't it?
No, it
Yeah.
got done,
we
yeah,
always
but
do.
we're
Yeah,
just
we
not
always get it
technical.
done.
We do have a lot of technical issues at times.
No, we do have a lot of technical issues, but Ricky always fixes them.
Yeah.
Always, even if I'm at home, they're ringing me, Rick, what now?
I know, yeah, I do feel bad about that sometimes.
From me.
We all
but-
do it to each other though. So it's
No.
Oh, ring Joe. Right, Jim, sorry, I know it's your day off, but you all right?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the
No, we do, don't we?
She talks really quick. She goes, yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, what's
busy.
the
She's like, I'm just at home.
Just can you just help me out a minute?
Yeah, what do you want?
But that is, but if you think about it though, right? Like we are lone working,
Yeah.
but it's like if you work in the hospital and like the whole medic non-medic debate, like if you're working in the hospital, you've got healthcare assistants that are not medical, but we all support each other as a team, so we all need that support. Like everybody does, don't
Everyone,
they?
yeah,
So
you can't.
even for me, like I'll ring Gemma and I'll say, right, Gem, I've got this girl, this, and we support
all
each
do
other.
it,
It doesn't
yeah.
matter that
No.
I'm a
Sometimes you
medic,
just need
you're
that
not.
second person to say, yes, all right.
Yeah.
In life, even we need a second person to be like,
Yeah,
that's
or we
fine.
might get that complicated client that's coming in,
Yeah.
like who might, you know, they've been to someone else and they're trying to make it out that we've caused a problem
Yeah.
to them. And then you might say, you might not feel confident enough to be as forceful with them.
Yeah.
And then I'll say, right, Gemma, say this, this, and this, and that's that. Get the ultrasound out and tell her this,
Yeah.
and that is that. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's not our problem. This is what it is, and that's that. And then it's done. You feel confident at the end of it because that client's left, and they
Yeah.
actually realise that actually you're right in what you're saying.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is education, and I would say we pride ourselves in that.
We definitely do. Yeah.
And like I'm a medic, you're not, and there'll be times where you'll say to me, actually, Hayley, have you seen this?
Yeah.
And that's right. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there and
No.
try and say because I'm a medic, I'm better because you correct me sometimes. Do you know what I mean? And it's my business, HB, but we're all a team and
Yeah,
we all work together and
Yeah, we
do-
all bring our own individual
yeah.
thing to the table.
Yeah,
That's why it
and
works
bring
so well.
like all different ideas, and we all help each other. Like I'm here to support you all, not just within HB to make HB grow, so that we all grow and we all smash it in life, and we all become boss bitches, and we all become successful. It isn't just about me, and I've always made that clear to you girls. And back me up if you don't think that I haven't, but I always do it so that we're all winning at life. And even my students and the students that I coach and teach, it's so that we all win at life. It doesn't matter that, you know, Fanny Ann up the road's doing aesthetics. Like, there's loads of hairdressers, loads of nail bars. Like, it's who we are and what we do. And
I think you're very good at that as well, like teaching people how to set themselves aside. Like, this is what's going to make you stand out from these people. Like,
Yeah.
like those little things that you wouldn't know if someone didn't tell you. Like, because when you're first starting out, we all panic and think, well, everyone's doing this, and then I'm gonna have to charge this, or I need to do that because they're doing that, and you're like, no. Like you're
You're
this
you.
person, yeah.
Yeah.
And you like with like knowing like educating yourself and like continuing your education and
Yeah.
learning this stuff and passing that on to clients, like that's what's going to make
Yeah.
a
That's what
difference.
people like.
And
about
I
us.
genuinely think that is what makes a difference.
But people,
and we have to
will
make
come
people
us,
choose
they're
us.
not even clients. It's like, I need to come and see you girls.
Yeah.
I've got
No,
a client
exactly, yeah,
distracting
like,
me for half an hour. I've got so much
look,
to do
we
right
literally
now.
just have people coming in for a counselling
All the
session, don't
time.
we?
I
And they
have
might
it
not
all
even
the
have
time.
anything done,
No.
or they'll just come in for a simple B12, but they just want to come and talk to us because that's the service
Hang on,
Yeah,
and
it's a
there's
service.
that we
talking-
offer. Like we offer, like, you know, above us, it's a warden controlled elderly place, isn't it? So they
Yeah.
come and see us, have a
Same thing,
chat.
yeah.
We don't throw anyone out the door. We might be training and they're coming in and saying hello, and that's what it is about. It's not just about the treatment.
No.
Like people book in online, they might book in all these hundreds of thousands of things and they come to us and they might not even have one of those treatments. It might be something else because it's not just about money
we have
for us.
presents, don't we?
Yeah.
We've had cakes made.
Oh, you're like, yeah, we have.
Yeah.
We do have people bringing us in presents, don't we? Get flowers and yeah, we're like we pride ourselves in that because we don't, you know, like people in my Sutton clinic, obviously down there, like I've done it for years, just the same as Essex. And I remember before now, like I've peered out the door and I've got a queue of people, but people wait for me because they know that I don't rush people when it isn't about the money and I'm not just firing people out the door. And I'll never forget one of my long-standing clients. I remember she said to me, she said, I walked up the stairs, see the queue. She said, well, wrap that. I'm going for a sunbed and I'll be back. She said, but I know I'm not allowed to go for a sunbed before treatment. She said, but I just thought, well, you know, I know what you like and I know that you'll see me. But she believed in me and knows what I'm like. And she didn't care that she had to wait.
No.
It's because she knows I pride myself in my work. And your appointment might be at 12 o'clock, but if I've got somebody else in and I've run over, I'm really sorry, but what would you rather? Me rush and cause you injury or harm, or take my time and do what I'm doing? It's the same for all of us. I never rush you. It is what it is. If we've got a queue out the door, we've got a queue out the door. You've allocated your time. We're not going to push you out. It's not how we work. And sometimes we want to listen to your stories because
Yeah.
they're funny. Yeah.
I
When
can't
we
wait
catch up-
sometimes for someone to come back. 'cause I need
Yeah,
know
to listen
what
to the
they
next
are.
part.
Because we've
next-
told them, right, what you need to say is this.
Yes.
Say that, so then when they come back, what did you say?
Yeah. And to be honest, like our clients, most of them are our friends, aren't
Yeah,
they? Like
they
we
are.
literally, and they know us, like they come in and they want to know about us, don't
Yeah.
they? Literally.
Yeah, we have such a good rapport with them, don't we?
No, we
No, we
don't.
actually do. It's like a counselling session. But
It is,
even for us, like us three, like we never really argue or anything, do we? Like
No,
we,
never.
if something goes wrong, we put it in our group and then
Yeah.
it's just
Oh,
sorted and
yeah.
we just work well, don't we really?
No, we
And
do.
I think it's because we are pro each other though and pro everyone. We're not like some women are bitchy.
yeah,
Like,
and
they're a
we're
bit
not.
like, they don't want each other to do well.
Yeah, because
secretly.
we've had students come in before, haven't we? And they'll say, "Oh, such and such," and we're like, "No, not in here, thank you.
Yeah.
We don't care
No.
because never look behind, always look forward. It don't matter
Yeah.
what someone's saying to you. That's what I've always taught you girls, haven't I?
Yeah.
Like Ricky used to be so bothered about what people thought and said and whatever else, and I used to say, well, who do you give a shit for? Who cares what people think about you? Because regardless of what's said, done, whatever, they're still going to think that. So you might as well just forget about it.
Mm.
That's how I get on with
I
life.
don't care anymore.
No, she don't. She's really bad. I'm like that sometimes. Rick,
Yeah,
shut
don't care
up.
anymore, do you?
No, she actually really doesn't. But she comes frog marching in on a train day, right, girls? And I'm like, all right, Ricky.
Yeah.
And no, and people think, well, whose clinic is this? Yours or hers? Well, actually, it's Ricky's now.
No, one of our clients was like scared of you, weren't he?
Yeah.
He was actually scared of her.
Because I'm authoritative and I tell people when they're coming.
But she
how much
never
they're paying.
was
He's
she?
like, oh my God.
She never was.
Scary.
Or like people will think, because Ricky's got resting bitch face, didn't they? So remember
Yeah, I have.
remember at the start when people used to complain about her and say she was rude?
They'll go, I used to think you're so rude, but you're not. You're so lovely. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was reading you.
Do you remember that? And I'd be like, Rick, we've had a couple of
And I
complaints.
haven't got bad energy at all.
No.
I just read people. As soon as they walk in the room, I'm reading them. And then I'm like, oh.
Yeah. And then they'll think she's got resting bitch face. And then obviously now, like, people are like, we love Rick, like best friends. But
But also the problem is when I'm doing something, if I lose train of thought,
yeah, she
So,
does that to
I'm a
me.
bit like, I need to finish what I'm doing before I then go on to the next. Whereas you throw things in a bowl, bing, 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 all
Yeah.
day. Whereas I'm trying to get
I swear, I'll be
Done.
doing something and then she'll say something to me because she wants to get that out of the way, and then I forget what I'm doing.
But then you do that to me.
Yeah. So, but then it works all right because
We just
now I've got
bounce
me
around
remarkable. Now I've got me remarkable too.
Yeah.
We're winning at life, aren't we? Because
Oh, she
wherever
loves
we
that.
go now,
Yeah, she
She's in
does
the
love
car
it.
with that. Where did we go the other day?
I've got it
Drove,
everywhere. I write down everything
we went on
now.
a road trip and she had the Remarkables out the whole time. Got more attention than I did.
No, yeah. Well, I'll get a lot of work done though, and I helped you out, didn't I? So
I was
got that.
driving.
the best advice I'd give anybody actually that's got ADHD like me is to get Remarkable too, because it's so good. Like, because you can just literally write down, it converts it into whatever. And
Mm.
for me, it's worth it anyway. I know they're not very cheap, but for me, I've always got that in my hand, haven't
No, you
I?
actually have.
I feel like you can't lose that either. You know, like with a note.
Oh,
Oh,
Gemma,
yeah.
no,
Could.
Gemma, come on.
Oh, yeah,
Talking about me.
Could you?
I've
Yeah,
lost
no,
my
that's-
glasses
yeah,
now
that's
from
true.
yesterday. I'm actually fuming about that. I've even
Who's
rang where we
everything?
was yesterday, but no one's going to hand them in, are they? Let's be honest.
She always denies losing stuff. That's the
I've been
thing,
accusing
isn't it?
everyone all
Yeah.
morning of thieving them.
Or it blames everyone else for putting
Yeah,
something somewhere
yeah.
and she's put it
But then
there.
where would I put them? Because I came yesterday, you gave me a facial. Did I have
Yeah.
them on then?
No, not for the facial. You didn't.
Yeah, but then did I have them on when I come to the clinic?
I don't think I remember you putting them on when you left.
So someone stole them from the clinic.
No,
Right, Ricky, I know you like wearing them glasses. Did you steal them?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Problem solved. That's it. We found him. She's the thief.
Put them on Depop.
No. No, I actually want to cry about this because where have they gone?
She was quite attached to them ones, to be fair.
But did you know, right, that I actually, right, this is a little secret. So I fell asleep on the sofa one night when I got them. And I slept with them and they, do you know, like when you put your glasses here, and I woke up in the morning and they were still there and they didn't break or nothing.
They were bent a bit though.
Oh, yeah, the arm was a little bit bent, but they
No, it's
survived
annoyed
it.
me now. It's got in my head. I'm trying to think where we went yesterday. Were they on your face? They weren't.
No,
They were
I
on the
did.
table.
Yeah, and they were on the table. Yeah, and I took them off on the table. But then, did I pick them up when we left?
I don't reckon.
But
you
when I
did.
rang them this morning, they said no one had handed them in. But is anyone going to hand them in? They're not, are they?
They were nice glasses. To
I
be
don't want
fair.
to brag, but they, yeah,
They were nice.
but yeah, they're
glasses.
Versace. Yeah, so obviously, no, probably going to hand them in. But it's all right though,
know.
because there's not going to be many people with them round here, is there, with them on? Because I changed the lenses in them. So we'll have to keep an eye out what happened to the
We could get 'em
glasses.
back.
Should we go there after here and see? I've read much in there. She has got my glasses.
They're mine. They were mine. Yes.
No, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what Shaz said. If I come over,
Shaz has moved them, mate.
That's
no,
what-
Mum said last night that they're on the table, but
think
they're not
she's
there
put
this
them
morning.
What, her table?
On the table in the living room, the
right,
coffee
then they've
table.
gone missing from. I was going to say
Yeah,
the
but
address.
she,
I
yeah,
won't
but you
say
know what
it.
her memory's like. She could have looked at them 3 weeks ago and thought that they were there.
Let's put them on Facebook sales.
Oh, I think she's
Yeah.
going to batter you if she hears this.
Oh,
Oh, well, I really hope that I find them, but never mind if I don't. It is what it is.
What will be, will be.
What will be, will be. We'll find them. But you know what, right? I recall the pink rucksack and putting them in there, but I didn't have the pink rucksack.
Did?
Did I?
Yeah, you've always got that.
No, but I didn't have that yesterday where we was, did I? I didn't bring it in.
Did you
I was bagless, I'm sure.
I think you had it in clinic yesterday.
Yeah,
she
but actually
did.
saying that,
So
because I had
good
the bag,
information.
didn't I? Because I had my Remarkable
Yeah.
when we were eating, didn't I? Oh, well, anyway, let's move on.
We'll update you on the next.
We'll update you on the
podcast
next
where we-
podcast if
We'll
we
put an
found the
Instagram
glasses.
story up about the missing glasses.
Yeah, we'll let you know about the missing glasses. But to round up, girls, what I want you to let people know, or your real true thoughts of our courses, because obviously I trained you both. Obviously, Ricky, I know you do brows, but I trained you in skincare, and what you really think of me as a trainer and coaching and mentoring you in your businesses.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Like I said before, you've not got the confidence to see what you're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
But you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, you are.
When you look back or look at other people's courses, ours are above and beyond.
Yeah.
and you give people that kick. When I said I'm not doing brows, she literally booted me through the door. Said, "Yes, you are." And then I didn't want to do a client, and she booked them in. And was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, you are." So
I suppose.
you give people that push, and you can do it.
Yeah. And then as well, I suppose I'm probably not good at doing that myself, to myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm good
No,
at
but you
doing it to
do. That's what I
others.
mean. You're doing it again because you do. You're always doing
Yeah.
something else. You're always training in something else, learning something else, thinking of something else.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Yeah,
as
it's
if I'm
not
doing
just
another
that.
master's degree,
That's what
but
I
hey.
mean.
It's not just like the initial training, it's like you literally will help someone like go further and further and further. Like it doesn't just stop there. Like you'll continue to help that person grow. And
Yeah.
like I think that's because you genuinely do want good for everybody.
Yeah, and I think because of my background, and obviously,
Yeah.
like I said to you when we were talking this earlier on about connections and things, we had all of that, and I wanted to do all that stuff. I wanted to go out there and have my own business and do what I'm doing, and there ain't that now for young kids. Like there isn't. Like these kids are lost. Like on the way here, we watched that horrible video of those kids in London, like stabbing each other and stuff. Like. It's sick, it's disgusting, it's horrible. Like, look what our children are dealing with. Like, but I blame it on the government because we had youth
There's
centres
nothing
and
for 'em
things.
to
There's
do.
nothing
Yeah.
for them to do. And even in our own village, like in our own town where we live and all the things that go on there and the kids, they are naughty, some of the kids, but there's nothing for them to do in our village. There's no youth centre. There's nothing for them. And it's sad. And that is what I'm trying to be an advocate for. Like, I linked up with the schools and we've got children coming in from the schools, haven't we? And they do work experience.
Yeah.
They come to us to do all of that stuff because, I want people to see that no matter what background you've come from, it doesn't matter. You're you and you can be whoever you want to be.
And do what you want.
And do you know what? I'll have to dig out that picture. I always wanted to be a nurse since a little girl, and I became that person. You can be whatever you want to be. And we all are, we like mindfulness, don't we? Manifestation, all of that. I mean, to be honest, I will be honest, when Ricky was into all that stuff, I used to laugh at her and I used to be like, oh, shut up, you big weirdo. What are you talking about?
Did.
I did. And I used to like, she'd be like, I'm manifesting. And I'd be like, right, freak. But anyway, but now what I'm into all of that stuff and I believe in all of that stuff and praying and
What do
things
we
like
always
that.
say when we think things are going wrong? Text each other.
Manifestation. Exactly.
And we know when one of us has manifested something because something the next day happens.
Exactly. And that is true. Because Ricky has got this weird, yeah. But I used to laugh at her about it and be like, you're a weirdo. But now, like, I understand it because you educate yourself and everybody's brought up differently, right? But now, like, I'm into all that mindfulness, spiritualness, manifestation, and I believe in that.
I
Like,
believe in it.
even before my pharmacology exam, like me and my husband, we prayed literally before that exam, like literally half an hour before I was en route to that exam, and I passed that exam. And I believe I passed that exam because me and my husband sat on our knees and we prayed before we went.
Yeah.
And I believe in all that stuff. As where probably 2 years ago, if you said to me you get on your knees and prayed, I'd be like,
And what do we do at a certain time of the day?
11:11,
Make a wish.
make a wish, and we all
Every
pray
day.
every single day. So yeah, and I believe in all that spiritualness, mindfulness, and I never used to, but that's all come from Ricky. I mean, she's very protective over her crystals in the
Oh my
clinic.
God, she
Jesus,
is.
don't ever
not
come to the
allowed to.
clinic and touch her crystals.
Don't want your energy.
No, yeah, because she'll start cleansing them and all sorts. Gets the sage out.
Yeah, we put them in the supermoon, didn't we? They went into the window
Yeah.
to be charged.
Yeah, yeah.
Like crystals.
We do like our crystals.
I mean, there's probably lots of funny stories that we could probably tell people, but they're probably not to be aired
No.
because we would all be, yeah. So I think we should probably leave it there for now, girls. What do you
Yeah,
reckon?
Yeah.
Because we've known each other for so long, we've got so many stories. Yeah, I think we should leave it there for now.